Yo, what's up, guys? This is your boy Frosty here with a brand new video. Today I'm feeling good, and I hope you guys are feeling good too. So let's hop right into this video. Sorry, little bit of a break, but I am back. But definitely not one of my proudest moments, this story time. But you know, we're still here and alive. And before I start, I do not condone anything in my videos for you guys to do. So please do not go out and do something because I want to do it or think it's cool or anything. I am just sharing my life experience with you guys. Anyways, so this day all starts as a pretty cool normal day. I wake up and I probably don't want to go to school at all, but it wasn't totally a normal day. I was kind of excited to go to school. Not really school in particular, but I was really excited after school because it was the first football game of my junior year. Not homecoming, but like the game before homecoming. So throughout the day, I wasn't really doing much, to be honest with y'all. More specifically, the day was nearing after a very hard day of not doing jack shit all day. So here comes my last two classes of the day, which is this is weird. It was agriculture. It was like animal science 2, and then I had animal science 3, which was dairy sciences. But they were like basically the same class and had basically the same people in there, and it was also a dual credit class, and it was ass. And the teacher literally stood at the front of the board doing jack shit, just fucking notes, and then the quizzes were like ridiculously as easy. So we would just do that. So, you know, your boy is ditching through this class. Let's call this teacher Miss Ditch. Well, Miss Ditch, she was really cool. She wasn't a bitch. I know that rhymes, but she wasn't. She was really cool, and everyone would ditch in there. So that was really cool. So I was just ditching in there like how I normally did my junior year. Not very good my junior year. I got my shit together my senior year though, but senior, I don't know, sophomore and junior was not a good kid, and that's where most of these stories will come from. But I just ditched, nothing out of the ordinary there. I got on the bus and I went back home, and I waited till about, let's say, about 5. I texted my homie. I was like, yo, when you picking me up? He was actually on the way, so he's like, yo, I'm on the way. So the plan was originally in our group chat was that 3 of the homies were going to go, me and 2 other people. And then what do I see when I get into the car? I see the person that said he could not come, which I was like, okay, cool. He can buy his own ticket. But my group had a total of 3 tickets and no one else had the money or wanted to buy another one. So fast forward, we're driving and we pick everyone up, 3 tickets, and we have 4 people in the car now, which is ass. So we're driving, and the drive is about 27 minutes, so 30 minutes away from my house to the school. And we're just driving, you know, vibing, listening to music, talking shit. But we get to the guard shack at my high school. Like before the guard shack, like McDonald's, the parking lot of McDonald's. Yes, we had a McDonald's right across from our high school. So that's where we park, and we're like, yo, we got to come up with a game plan. So the game plan was, since your boy is the smallest out of the group, to get in the like back of my friend's SUV and throw a blanket over myself so I wouldn't be caught. So I threw the blanket over myself, and we drive through the guard shack. They get their tickets scanned, and we just go on like a normal day. And they park, and they're like, yo, idiot in the back, get your ass out, we're good. So they opened up the back and I got out, which was cool. But we got there about 5:30, and the game didn't start about like 6:30 or 7. So we still had a really long time. But we met up with my best friend to this day. So we met up with him and just caught up and hung out, I guess. But eventually the game did start, and nothing out of the ordinary here, watching the game, you know, having fun. And I needed to go to the bathroom. So, and at this point of the story time, one of my friends was beefing with like some idiot from the town over of my hometown, and we ended up running into this school, and kid and his goons with him, and they tried to act all tough, just like dogging us out. So we dogged them back. Nothing really happened except when we came out of the bathrooms, our station cop was outside of the bathrooms, which was a little bit weird, but he was like guarding it, making sure nothing went down, which was normal. So we went back and found our friend in our seats, and it was finally My friends that I hung out with at the time, and still my friends to this day, they all smoked, and I did not smoke. I've never smoked in my life up until this moment. So I knew what they were going to do during halftime, and I wasn't going to go with them. So, because I didn't smoke, but I went anyways because they were just like, just go with us, just go with us. They peer pressured me into going, and I had no intentions to smoke at all. So we made it into the car, and my buddy, but originally wasn't going to come. Let's call this dude Brian. Well, Brian had a disposable, like a cart, and everyone is like in a smoke circle in the SUV, and we're just hanging out. They're smoking, and it gets to me, and they're like, yo, just take a hit, just take a hit. And I'm like, nah, I don't really want to smoke right now. Just like pushing it off. And I was like, yo, I don't smoke, so like I don't want to smoke right now. So they're like, I. So they kept passing it around in a circle, and it's like the third time it reached me, and they were like really peer pressuring me. They were like, nah, bro, you gotta take a hit now. You gotta take a hit. And I was like, fuck, I guess I'll take a hit. But specifically, Brian was like, nah, don't be a pussy, bro. Which I guess, do not be like Brian. Don't be like Brian in the story at all. Not cool to peer pressure people. But your boy got peer pressured like the dumbass he is. So I got peer pressured, and I took like a little puff. And Brian, again, chimes in, and he was like, don't be a bitch, bro. Take a bigger hit. And at this point, I'm like, man, fuck this kid. But I was already fucking like, okay, fuck this kid, but whatever, I'm gonna do whatever. And I took a bigger hit. And since my lungs were brand new at this, I took a pretty deep breath, what I thought it was like a 5-second hit or something like that. And I felt fine. I took a deep breath in after, and I didn't need a cough. But as soon as I started fucking exhaling, this shit fucked me up. It felt like I had no O2 in my body. I started like fucking coughing like crazy, and I was like gagging. It was just not a good time. And I was like fucking about to throw up, and my homies noticed that I was fucking dying. I have asthma, so I have like a big wheeze when I cough. So this was terrible. Sounded like a fucking gas from fucking Minecraft in the back. Fucking. So I was dying, and the driver, the homie that was driving, gave me a bottle of water, and I took a swig of it, and it made it a little bit better. I was still coughing, but just a little bit. So I took another drink of the water, and then I put it on this little like the middle section of the car, the center console. I put it on there, and the other homie that was in the front thought it was super hilarious that I had just smoked for the first time. So he whips out his phone with flash on, and goes right into my water bottle and spills it all over my feet and the back of the car. So it fucking puddled up in my socks and my shoes and just in the back. So we all got out of the car and fucking emptied the car. But after we got everything back in, or out of the car, the water out of the car. Come on, I'm stupid. But anyways, Brian, the other homie, was getting a bit paranoid, and he wanted all of us to chill, even though we were chill, we were hanging out. It was having a good time right now. Wasn't dying anymore. And he was like, yo, y'all need to fucking chill. Y'all gotta chill. And he was just like fucking freaking out. And we were like, what the fuck got into him? And he's like fucking freaking out, telling us to chill out. And we weren't doing anything. But we tell him to shut the fuck up. And he does. He's like, alright, bro, I wasn't even doing anything. And he was just, I don't know, he was being weird. But we were sitting there just chilling, and I shit you not, in the parking lot of the school, there's a McDonald's and a Denny's right across from each other. And we see like some kid, we knew who the kid was, but we see this kid who was related to like gang banging in the school and like wannabe gangster in the school. And he was running from the Denny's like hauling ass. Like he had to jump a fence, but he was fucking hauling ass. And this freaks Brian out because he was already being a little bit weird. But he's like, all right, everybody needs to chill the fuck out yet again. And we're like, bro, like, you need to chill the fuck out. And he was tripping balls and just ruining like everyone's high because he was freaking us out because he was yelling. And we were like, yo, shut the fuck up. And he calmed down a little bit. but like 5 minutes pass from this, and we're kind of chilling down a little bit, but we hear fucking sirens and red and blue lights. So that's the cops, and they literally like pulled up 5 spots from where our car was, where the kid had originally fucking jumped the fence, and they were like just sitting there. And we were like, okay, this is probably a good time to leave the car and fucking go back to the game. So we opened the door, and at this point fucking smoke was pouring out of the car, like literally pouring out of the car. But we were walking back to the game, and it's quite a bit of a walk from the parking lot into our seats where we were. So we're walking there, and me and the homie that drove, we're looking at each other, and this is my first time being high, and he had only been a handful of high a couple times. So I was walking and I was swinging my arms, just having a good time. I was looking at him, and he was like, yo, feels like we're walking on clouds. And it felt like I was walking on clouds, just like super like lightheaded, and I felt really like I felt weightless almost. And we were fucking reteaching each other how to walk. We were fucking stupid. We were like, no, walk like this, like fucking idiots. And basically for the rest of the game, I could not pay attention to the game for the life of me, and I was just laughing my ass off with my homie Jordan. Let's call him Jordan, the one who drove there, and just having an awesome time, and just like a really good head high. And finally the game was over. I don't know about you guys, but when I get high, like time fucking slows down, really slows down, and it gets super slow. So everything took way longer than I actually thought. So fast forward a little bit, and everyone has the munchies already. So we went to our local Wingstop, and we got a shit ton of food actually, and we munched down on this food, and it was really good, and it tasted way better than I remember Wingstop tasting. Like, I like Wingstop, but usually it's too greasy for me, but I was fucking slapping down on this shit. Then we finished eating, and nothing else is really going on, so we go back to our hometown, and the drive was fine. Jordan did go 140 in his SUV, which was a little bit scary being high, but it was already like 11 o'clock at this point, so no one was really on the road, and luckily there wasn't a cop there to get us. So we got off perfectly fine. Fucking Brian's bitch ass stopped tripping. Everyone was good and having a good time. And we got back home, and we dropped everyone else, and my house was last. So me and Jordan was like, all right, later. We said bye. And I get inside of my house, and I look fucked up, by the way. My hair's all messed up. My eyes are all red. And I probably smelled like fucking weed. But I get inside, and I immediately went to bed. Everyone was still up because it was a Friday. And yeah, your boy just went immediately to bed, and it was probably the best sleep I've ever had. I fell asleep like instantly. I hit the pillow. I woke up the next day, had like a little froggy brain, you know. I got really high for the first time getting high. But yeah, I was fucked up. But yeah, guys, this is the end of the story. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, this was a really fun time. Don't smoke weed, because I said it was fun, just what I experienced. And if you do, be safe with it. And it was a super great experience. And it was an experience for sure, especially with Brian's bitch ass fucking tripping the whole time. And the lesson of this story is don't fall into peer pressure, and don't be like Brian specifically, and don't be like Jordan and go 140 miles per hour where everyone's tripping balls in the back seat. But anyway, guys, later, guys. Stay frosty.